When I was 10, I remember asking my mom if I could get my ears pierced. And she said to me, "This is not something that boys can do. Don't you want to do what the prophet says?" I said, "No." I remember asking why. My friend has them. He's a good person. I want to be like him. My name's Colton. I'm a tattoo artist here in Provo, Utah at a shop called Transcend Tattoo. I really like decorating my space with bugs and creepy crawlies because even things that look scary have value. I think tattoos are an outward expression of who you are inside. And I think that's why I started getting tattoos. I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be different. Now I get to see other people and make them feel seen and make them feel important. In high school, they just shoved me into a choir class. I met juniors and seniors older than me who were very invested in not only the music, but in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And there was this mix of the music and the church together is what I need to do. I repented, prayed. I went to church every week. I didn't leave early. I was feeling accepted, which is what I was wanting the whole time. And so I accepted that maybe I need to do this for a while. When I turned 19, all of those friends were on their missions. And so it was my turn. I got my call to Spain. I went on my mission expecting that confirmation about the gospel to come eventually. I was not ready to spend 2 years away from my support system that I grew up with. You are assigned a companion who you spend 24 hours a day with. We all were doing the exact same things at the exact same time, over and over and over. After 9 weeks in the missionary training center, we got on a plane to Malaga. We got to the mission president's house. Elder Roberts, this is your companion. Elder so-and-so, this is your companion. Next morning, we get up early, take an 8-hour bus ride, and then my companion says, "Hey, let's go talk to some people." And my companion says, "Hey, go try what I taught you, go talk to him." So I walk up, and he says, "No, I'm Muslim, thank you." My companion says, "Hey, we don't talk to Muslims, that's a mission rule." I said, "Well, why did you make me talk to him?" "So that you learn that." I was in a new country surrounded by people who I don't know how to communicate with, and I was supposed to be doing everything he told me to do. He would plan where we go, who we talk to, everything. And then one night, he told me, "It's your turn, plan it out." And I said, "Okay, maybe we start with this investigator." "No, we talked to them 2 days ago." "Okay, maybe we go to this side of town and knock this apartment building." "Well, why would we do that?" I felt completely inadequate. I kind of just shut off. My mental health deteriorated. So one night I pled with God, "Take away my talents. Show me that I'm doing something wrong, because I feel like I'm doing everything right." And nothing happened. I called my mission president and I said, "Can I just go home?" And I felt like a disappointment, because if you come home early, it is the same as not going at all. Elder Castillo, the elder missionary in my mission, he stayed up with me all night and understood what I was going through and said, "If you need to go home, you need to go home." Normally, when a missionary returns home, there's usually a lot of people waiting with signs and clapping, and it's very exciting. I got off my plane and I saw my family. It was the same feeling as your Uber driver picking you up in the morning. I would go to church and I would notice people pointing at me, and I felt like an outsider. I didn't want to be at my home ward anymore, so I moved to Provo. Being in a ward in Provo, everybody knows everybody, and again, I tried to do everything I was supposed to, still hoping for that feeling that what I was doing was what the Lord wanted me to do. I started to feel that yearning again for individuality, which is something that I've always yearned for ever since I wanted those piercings when I was 10 years old. I remember one day driving and I thought, I wonder if I could get a tattoo. I looked up tattoo shops. I called one. I got my first 2 tattoos in the same session. It felt like a way to pull some of my agency back and say, I did this for me. And that made me question, what about the other things that I've been told not to do that might also make me feel joy outside of the church? Growing up in the church, we were taught to never look into anti-Mormon material, and that was one of the boundaries that I pushed. And the things that I found made sense to me. I started to question if everything that I had been taught wasn't true, and maybe that's why it had never worked for me. For the next 3 or 4 years, I researched and read almost every single day, struggling with this new information versus what I had been taught my entire life. One night I asked my wife, is it okay if I kind of step away from all this? And she was nothing but supportive. Me and my wife always loved coming to get tattooed because it's such an open, safe, welcoming environment, and we never felt like outsiders. We were getting tattooed by this guy, and he was telling me about why he loves this career, and I thought, that sounds perfect for me. And my tattoo artist shop was looking for someone to clean their shop every day. And my tattoo artist said, hey, this could be your foot in the door. So I worked my full-time job, and then the rest of the day I was at the tattoo shop, cleaning, drawing, helping the artists. One day I came into the shop to do my normal chores, and my boss said, hey, it's a tradition that your first tattoo is on yourself. Draw me a skull. You have 30 minutes. All the artists were gathered around me. Similar to me repenting and being accepted into that friend group in high school, it was me being accepted as a tattoo artist. I call tattooing an exchange of energy. It's 2 strangers getting to know each other. They want something permanent on their body, and they trust me to do it. And in that process, I get to hear about their life. I get to hear about their family, their struggles, their fears, and in turn, they get to hear that from me. And by the end of that tattoo, I'm gonna feel like I know them as a person. It's my job to meet people where they are and accept them as they are. And one of the people in my life who has done that the best for me, it's Elder Castillo, the elder missionary in my mission. He took the time to try and understand where I am, which is what I strive to do with all of my clients. Focus on meeting people where they are. If I could go back and talk to myself in high school, I would say don't change to fit in. They say that X plus Y equals happiness. But if it doesn't work for you, push past that fear and try a different equation.